Yeah, I'm all good. You there?
We're live.
I love this place.
Me too.
Good. So this is going to be another. What's the name of this again?
Where's Wanda?
Where's Wanda? I knew it. You get two guesses. I'd had that. So anyway, our guests today are in honor of their parents. We got two of the kids here, and I remember the person we're honoring, the parents, the husband and wife. They used to go to 333, and this is one of the songs I was saying. Here she comes, just a walking down the aisle, singing, "Who's the weenie dee dum diddy do?" She looks fine all the time, wears a dress, and it's just nice. Singing, "Who's the weenie?" Come on in, our guests. Come on in. Yeah, I remember singing that with the whole 333 that sang the verses.
Oh my!
And okay, introducing our guests. This is Karen Mathiowetz.
Hello.
And this is Peter Jenniges. They're brothers and sisters. They got the different last name though.
I would hope so.
Okay, so who we're honoring today is Roman and Weenie Jenniges.
Yes.
So who was their parents?
Matthias and Anna Turbis Jenniges.
Anna. Okay. I probably related to the Turbises because I'm related to quite a few of them. So we went over a little bit of this. That was on the Jenniges side? No.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Roman's.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Lorena's is Joel
Bureau.
and Mary Bureau.
I heard that name before.
Yep, we just did that one
Last week. All right, we got it.
And her maiden name was Bordy.
Bordy.
Who goes back to our third podcast to the grocery store.
Yes.
Wow,
That was
this-
her brother.
And that was her brother.
This is really hooked together tight.
I'm learning.
So on your dad's side, how did they get over here?
Came from Germany.
Okay. And they didn't fly naturally.
No. On a ship.
Yeah. We actually got a picture of that. I don't know if it'll come up there. Later, Sam's going to take pictures of this and try to post them because they've got a lot of really cool pictures in here. So anyway, there's a good one.
Oh, right there. Oh, look
There.
at that.
I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, you probably can. That's a picture of the boat that Matthias came over on.
World's largest ship.
So
Do you happen to know what
It
year
would
that
not-
was?
It would be
This is the
this Matthias.
that came over on the ship.
Okay.
And she was an Eichten. So that's how a bunch of the Eichtens made it over here also.
Which ties back to
yeah.
another one.
And they were the ones that pretty well founded Wanda.
Yes.
These ones were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So they had two brothers for sure, and then some sisters. So there's three Jenniges main family that came down then, which was who again? Matthias, Benjamin, and JJ. Those are the three brothers I hear a lot of.
Well, they were born here.
Well, they're born
These
here.
are the ones that came on the ship.
From Germany.
Okay. That helped out. I'm lost.
Because his name is Matthias and then our grandpa's name is Matthias. It keeps on going.
So there is two Matthiases, and I'm not crazy. Okay.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
There's more than two Matthias
Okay.
On
in the
the
generation.
really? Oh.
Okay. So then that covers your Roman side. And then you got Weenie. We talked about most of that with Raleigh because it's Weenie and Raleigh are brother and sister.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we talked about that in the last episode.
Yep.
Then let's keep moving on to, did we talk much about where they are? Okay. Where
Our
they
dad's
Your dad's?
siblings.
Yeah, let's go there. Who's your
Okay.
dad's siblings?
Well, first one is Marcella. And she married Altermat.
I heard that name before.
Yep.
Then there is Aloysius. His nickname was Luxie.
I remember that. Him and my dad are really good friends.
Okay.
Yep.
I've heard that name.
He married Lizzie,
Yep.
and I believe her last name was Royker.
Okay. And she could sing. She was in the choir. My gosh, she's just sang like an angel. Unbelievable.
And then there was Matilda. Her nickname was Tilly.
Did she waltz? Pulsing Matilda. Nobody heard of that.
She married Clint Evans.
Okay. That's they moved. Is that the one that moved out like Montana?
Montana.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Then there's Edmund. His nickname was Beak.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
he
all.
married Mary Berg.
Okay.
Herman Berg comes into this picture.
Yep.
So-
Yeah, I know where they live.
And then Matthias V.
Okay.
That's the third.
The third one. Oh my goodness.
He married Dorothy, and I do not recall her last name.
Well, she
Her
lost
nick-
it. She lost it when she got married. Anyway.
Yeah. His nickname was Tux, and her nickname was Dodo.
Okay. I know them. Then I know their kids well because I went to school with them. Amazing.
Oh,
Yep.
And then Anna, she married Otis Evans, which was Clint's brother.
Something's going on here.
I see a pattern of relations.
That big a family, there ain't many to choose from.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then there was Leonard. He dies as a baby, 3 days.
Oh wow.
And then Marion, she was 5 years old when she passed. Then there was our dad, Roman,
He's one of the younger ones then.
for the end, yep.
Yep.
And he married Lorena Barrow.
What was her nickname again?
Queenie. But Pop's nickname was Zium.
Zium.
Yep, don't know where he got it.
Damn. Yeah. Okay.
And then Gilbert married Lorraine Schumacher. His nickname was Fig.
Yep.
Cyril, nickname was Cirques. He married Phyllis. Come from Bloomkist.
Okay.
Do not recall her last name either. Then there was Gertrude. Her nickname was just Trudy for short. She married August Druckmann, which is relation to Joyce Warner.
Yep. It is. Yep.
And then last there was a baby girl. She lived 6 days.
Ah.
Wow.
So out of all of these came 89 grandkids.
Holy. Wow.
That's a lot of birthday
there-
cards.
That is a lot
The
of birthday
bigger
cards.
amount was 12, 13, 14, and 15 kids.
That's what they had in their family.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was normal. You know,
Yeah.
those sizes.
Well, I don't know about normal.
Can you imagine nowadays
Oh my
having
goodness.
that many? They couldn't live with each other.
No. Goodness.
All right. That's all the steps that we covered now. That's your mom. That's your dad. Say, well, what happens? Where's your family now? A lot of people don't know who your brothers and sisters are. So where'd they go and who are they? Peter, tell them. Wrap
Who
it
are
up.
If
you?
you want,
Yeah, Peter, take notes. Who's your brother or sister?
Can't remember them all. Joe was the oldest, and his name was Jokum, original. His nickname was Joker. I don't know why, but it seemed like in all this Jenniges relation, you got a nickname out of everything. Everybody got a nickname.
And some of them make no sense whatsoever.
right.
Who did he marry?
He married Jan Shunk.
Okay. Where they live?
They live over by Vesta in
All right.
Farms.
Okay.
Then there's Vonnie. She's the oldest girl. She married Jeff Bowney. They moved up to the cities right away.
Wasn't he helping out for like the wrestling federation? Didn't he have something to do with remember them wrestlers back? Wasn't he a janitor or something for him?
I know Vonnie had a picture of
Yeah.
Vern Gagne.
Vern Gagne.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He knew Vern Gagne. And somehow they had a connection. It was interesting.
Yeah, he did something.
Yeah.
He kept their ranch up. He was the ranch hand.
Yeah, it was hard to draw something out of you, but you come through. What else we got? Who next?
Well, say her nickname.
Yeah. Bonnie's nickname was Boney.
We'll leave that one alone.
Then there was Cheryl. That's her nickname was Tuds. She died in 1980,
Yeah.
in a car accident. Then there was Karen here, and
Let's hear it for Karen. All right.
and her nickname was Krager. I don't know
Krager.
why, but
And you
Okay.
have no idea why.
I just remember getting it in school. So,
All right.
then it's me. I'm Peter, and my nickname was Erter.
I thought it was Roman.
It is by you.
That's his middle name.
Okay. All right.
My middle name.
Okay.
And then there was Pat, and his nickname was Hogger.
Did it have to do with him eating all the leftovers at the meal that he ate, like all the fat?
He would eat all the fat.
Everybody eat all the meat, and he'd salvage all the fat.
Oh
And
my
eat it.
goodness.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh
But
I don't know why
he never
didn't
was
taste right.
fat either.
No, I don't know.
no, I wouldn't eat very much of that either.
And then there was Lisa, and she married a shunk.
Okay, I see a
It would
pattern.
have been brother and sister. Joker married a shunk, and Lisa married a shunk. They were brother and sisters, married brother and sister.
Okay.
Well, that's awesome.
And her nickname was Chud. I don't remember if I said it, but they live over by Vesta.
Okay.
Then there was Kurt. And
I know his nickname.
You tell him then.
Nope.
His name was Fudd. And
Bud.
if you've seen a picture of him when he was younger, you know why.
Yeah, because he was a foothead.
Yeah. He married a sulfur, and I also married a sulfur. We married cousins.
If you wouldn't have brought that up, I would.
And then there was Michael, who passed away. He lives
7.5 weeks.
born with an open back. So
Wow.
Oh, wow.
nowadays technology,
Oh, yep.
Could have saved him.
yep, nowadays technology will save them. And the baby of the family is Terry.
Big baby.
Schmeg.
Yeah,
Schmidt.
Smeg? That makes no sense either.
and he lives over on Lake Shatak right now. So
But he also bought Pop and Mom's house, and Pop had built that house.
So it's in the family.
by hand, he
Yeah.
built that.
Wow.
While he was working at the lumberyard, just across the railroad tracks was the house, and he would go over and build on that after he got done working.
Well, that's a good question. What did your dad all do? He must have done a number of things. Well,
Yeah, like he said, lumberyard, and then
Yeah.
he did custom spraying.
Okay.
And he run the bulk truck, delivering fuel.
I heard your mom did a lot of driving on stuff that's
She also
probably not
did that.
normal.
I think when he was out spraying,
Mom
Yeah.
would
then she
drive
would
the-
She would
gas
deliver.
truck.
and
Oh,
believe
my
it or
goodness.
not, Tom, she wore shorts.
Yep.
It was not a dress.
No way.
Yeah.
I've never ever seen her not anything but dress.
No.
Yep. So I asked her, I said, well, this is dressing up.
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
So then, anything else, cabinets or anything makes?
Yeah.
He
Okay.
had a full carpentry business
Yeah.
that he did, and people hired.
Yeah, he hired a shack who was married to a Jenniges.
Who would have thought?
And then he also had Howard Weber helped out, and he married a Jenniges too.
Yeah. If I was getting tested, I'd do okay on this one.
You
Yeah.
could guess pretty good. Huh?
Yep. Yeah. Check.
Oh.
So then, anything else they did? Amway. They were really big in
Yes.
Amway. We always buy soap from them all the time. They had the best laundry soap that we love.
SA8.
That's it. I knew I was
Are you selling it yet?
I still
You are. Yep.
still in the family business. Good. So
Oh, my.
what's this about this? I hear that that snipe hunting. Your mom really got into that after the snipe hunting that Raleigh Bureau did,
Yes.
and he scared the bejeebers out of these people. If I got it right,
They were
Weenie's sister. Tell a story. How's that work?
Ma's two sisters, them were their future husbands are the ones they took out snake hunting.
Wow.
So they were from the cities, so they knew nothing about country life.
Oh my
I
God.
ended up in the cornfield, as Raleigh explained. But not only, I mean, this was something Grandpa Barrel passed down to these to be pretty well jokers. And my mom one day got dressed up and she would take a nylon stocking and pull it over her head. So it just flattened everything out and you couldn't tell who she was. And then she dressed up like an old man. Well, one of these future brother-in-laws, she went up in the bar and started flirting with one of the ladies that was with Crease. And they called him Polak. That was his nickname. He was getting so mad, he was ready to beat up my mom, his future sister-in-law.
She played that role, whatever she
Oh,
did,
yes.
as good as it could be played, because she
Yes.
sold that.
She was a lady of the community, but she would pull stuff.
That, speaking of pulling stuff, I got a story about that. Your mom, we were at a 333 club meeting, and she was all excited. She had a coupon or something for a free vehicle, but she was supposed to take a cashier's check and go up, I believe it was in Walmart, to get it cashed, and then she'd get her vehicle. They were telling this story about the whole thing, and I just, you didn't fall for that, and I started to laugh. Have you ever seen Gunsmoke?
Yep.
That woman never gave anybody the finger before, but she drew that sucker out right on the spot. Give me the finger. Holy smokes. And when she did that, I laughed harder yet. I got her again. It's the only 2 times she gave anybody the finger, and I'm the owner.
And you're the
I'm the
owner
owner.
of both of them.
Otherwise, she's a really nice, sweet lady.
I wonder though if Jim Earlbeck didn't get a few of those too.
She said I was the sole owner.
Because when she was mowing, he'd come up right against her on the drive.
Oh. So, any other?
Pops,
Yep.
but that's what we called our dad.
Pops.
He built the skating rink.
Then they poured water in there.
Yes. He took care of all of
Okay.
that.
He also built that shack that we had
Yeah,
there,
the warming.
warming
shack.
shack
Yeah.
with the heater in.
Yeah.
That was all him.
We used to have a pile of kids out there playing hockey. Oh, so good.
Oh, that was
And then they ended up
always
moving
busy.
that down to the lake.
Yeah.
Then it thawed.
Well, so the warming shack was down there, and then we just skated on the lake.
Yeah. Back in the day when food was a little tricky to get at, I think Roman and Weenie owned the bullheads. You guys would be
That was
cleaning
every
bullheads.
Sunday.
Huh?
That was every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every
What
Sunday.
lake did you go to then?
Bloody.
Was it Bloody?
Yeah, Bloody was the
Jack.
biggest one. Fremont,
Yeah. Down in the
School
Tracy.
School Grove, yeah.
Oh, School Grove had the big ones. Yeah.
So yeah, we had a station wagon,
Yep.
and
And they got us from Amway.
well,
Is that
no,
big one? No?
no.
Oh, okay.
And so we'd have 5-gallon pails full of fish, and we didn't have covers for them. So
Oh my
we
God.
were all sitting in the back, and they were sloshing around.
Sloshing around in the back. Oh my gosh.
Chain poles on one side of the car, so you couldn't.
You couldn't get out
Get out
that side.
Yeah.
Everybody had to go out.
You may fish with a cane pole. That's cooler than heck.
Yeah.
You just bring it back and let it out there. You go about 20 feet out there, and then
Pull it back.
we had the
in.
same
And
thing.
get caught in the trees.
Yeah, then you're done for a while. Yeah.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
Anything to add? Any other good stories?
Yeah,
Okay.
Vonnie was telling us that the guys dressed up when they played softball or baseball. I don't
Yeah.
recall which one, but they had to run the bases with a donkey then.
They'd hit the ball, get on the donkey, and ride at the first base.
Well, that explains a lot.
That's how they played the whole game.
I've never heard of donkey baseball, but that sounds like fun.
All donkey ball.
They had a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh.
There's so many crazy things. You got any other stories that they had? I remember back in the day, Peter and I, we hung out quite a bit. And we went to this wrestling match or basketball game, whatever the hell it was. We're up on the stage. You know how the cheerleaders are up there, you know? They'd say, well, jump and shout, you know, ready, okay. Then they'd take off, you know. So me and Peter stand there. They announce whatever they're doing. They go, ready? Me and Peter as loud as we could, okay! They never even got close to finishing that.
Oh my gosh. So now, did you guys all go to St. Mathias school here in town?
It went up to 6th grade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Roman was,
Then you
okay,
had
go ahead.
to go to Vassal.
Okay.
Yeah. Because after 6th grade, I went to 7th grade at St. Anne's.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
In Vassal, and then the year after that, I went to public.
Okay.
He was the first one to go to kindergarten
And they had
in our
that,
family.
Up at the public school,
the big
which is,
brick building up
Yeah.
there.
yeah. Then I see Roman was a legionnaire, so he was in the service. What
Yes.
time did he serve?
In World War II, he was over in Japan.
Okay.
Somebody was saying for cleanup, he wasn't actually in war, but he made friends with a lot of people over there.
I can believe that.
He liked to give food to the kids.
Mm,
He loved kids.
I know he was
Around here, he called everybody Beetlebum. The
Beetle.
kids.
Oh.
Beetlebum.
Well, that way you don't get it wrong.
I'll never forget a name.
And he always had suckers when he delivered fuel or gas.
Oh.
To the kids.
Yeah, suckers for the kids and little treats for the dogs.
Yay.
We're anything else? Otherwise, I think we got a bit. What we're gonna do here is we got a pile of pictures that they have.
Yep.
And Jay, can we show that picture of that wedding so the people haven't seen Roman and Weenie? That one I want on there for sure. I'll hold that up for.
This one?
Yeah, can you hold it
The
up?
one on there.
This is
This one?
the wedding picture for sure, and then the other one. Just give it. We'll put these on we're gonna take pictures close up later, and Sam said she'd put them on the line, and Karen's gonna put a little explanation or whatever. What
Yep.
it is.
That would be our family.
That's their family. If you can see that, that's the whole works.
I love the red dresses with the.
Her favorite color.
Oh, she was a
red.
red hat person
She
too,
was
wasn't
red.
she?
Mhm.
They had the Red Hat Club or
Oh, the
whatever.
Red Hat Society?
Yep, she was on the Red Hat Society.
For her 80th birthday party, we had a surprise party up here for her. And a few of the ladies from town, I got mom's dresses and they dressed up with her
Really?
dresses.
Oh, that had to be good.
Oh my gosh.
And she always had a hanky and a belt and her keys on it. So they did that too.
So I came into the Wanda picture about like 06. So I do remember being at Northside a few times, seeing your mom.
Okay.
And that is one thing that always stood out to me was the hanky and the keys in the belt. And she always had a dress on.
Hey, always had a dress on and a smile. She hardly ever didn't smile. I remember that always. She just smiled. And with that,
Well, with the 333, I mean, like you said, Ma always wore a dress. We always had family competition for softball with the 333.
and you wore dresses.
No, but Ma did.
Oh, my dad. Okay, all
She
right.
wore a dress playing ball. We got her in there. She,
Oh my
we
goodness.
even put her out on second base, and she dove for one, and
Oh!
the dress come up and everything, so
Yeah.
everybody got a visual.
Oh, that's great.
This program is for kids, so we got to monitor this a little bit.
But yeah, she loved to play bingo, cards, listen to polka and waltz music, crochet, and she did a lot of scrapbooking.
Did a lot for the community.
Even at the
Yeah.
last dinner. Oh, go ahead.
Nope.
It's even at the last dinner, one of the members that we did the polka dances here. What's her name? That girl. whatever.
Molly B.
Oh yeah.
Molly B was here. And I seen Weenie said, I used to dance with her a lot. And I said, can I dance with you? She wasn't sure. But then I took her out there and I knew you had to take baby steps and
Yeah.
stuff. So we
Yeah.
sat there out there.
Aw,
Yeah, biggest grin on her face all the time. She was just always so pleasant.
that's
But
so sweet.
anyway, I think
Except when she was giving you the finger.
I think she did it politely.
But she did get the Medal of Honor from the bishop in the church.
Oh, that's right. I remember that too.
And some financial aid medal she got too.
Oh,
That's
I know what
awesome.
they're talking about. I've seen that word. I was there, but I don't remember what it was. So I think we got a lot covered. We're gonna cover some more of the pictures. You
Yep.
can have some on. This gives you a good idea for everybody watching the Roman and Weenie, and hopefully it sheds light on where a lot of their sibs and relatives and stuff went to, because it all kind of gelled together a little bit there.
Yeah.
So thank you,
Yes.
Peter, and thank you, Karen, for all you guys did. It was a pleasure having you on the show with us. And
Happy
thanks
to be
everybody
here.
for watching. Happy New Year. No, happy something. Do that.
Easter.
Easter.
Happy
That's,
Easter.
I know, that's what I meant.